What's up guys, welcome back. Today let's review the 2004 Porsche Cayenne S. Now, there's one reason why I'm not standing outside doing my intro today. And that reason is I don't want to be outside, because if I'm outside, I will have to look at the car. And I don't want to look at the car because it looks quite disgusting in my opinion. Now, this model of Cayennes are infamous, should I say, for being one of the most, if not the most, bad-looking SUVs ever produced. Now, I agree with that opinion. This is subjective. Some of you might love this thing, which I do not. I think it looks pretty horrible. Anyways, let's get into this review and drive this thing. Okay, I feel a little bit guilty for knocking its look so badly after that. Let's discuss some numbers right out of the box. The 2004 Porsche Cayenne S is equipped with a 4.5-litre naturally aspirated V8 engine. This produces 340 horsepower or 250 kilowatt. And the torque numbers aren't as impressive, it's 420 Newton meters. The claim 0 to 100 time, well, there isn't really a claim time. It's around 7 seconds, which is fair, nothing really special. But for an old car like this, it performs pretty well. Claim top speed around 230 kilometers an hour. Now, I decided to do a review on this car because even though this is a 13-year-old grandpa, this car performs better than some of the SUVs released in 2017. And I'm not joking, I've driven new MLs, I've driven new X5s. Some of them don't move as good as this car does. Now, obviously, performance-wise, or speed-wise rather, they've advanced a lot, so they are a lot faster. But now remember, I'm comparing them to this 2004 Cayenne, not the new shape Cayenne. The road holding, steering feel, and overall drive of a Porsche is absolutely superb. I'm not going to deny that. This car looks disgusting in my opinion. It looks ghastly actually. But I cannot deny the way it drives. I might be falling in love with it just because of the way it drives. The way the car sits on the road at higher speeds is like an absolute magnet. You won't believe you're driving such an old car if you sat in it blindfoldedly, took off the blindfold and then just drove it. It performs so well. Mercedes, BM, Volkswagen, Audi, you guys could learn a thing or two from Porsche. And I just want to remind you guys again that this is an 04 Porsche Cayenne. It's not even the new shape. Imagine how good the new shape would move. Right, let's discuss the looks of this car. You know my opinion. I'm not a fan of it, let's just say that. The front end reminds me of a fat frog. The rear end reminds me of a hippopotamus. And the alloys equipped on this car are one of the worst I've ever seen. They look like fat starfish in my opinion. However, the same can't be said for the interior. Now, it is outdated, it's an old car, but I like it a lot. I feel it's clean, it's very easy to use, and it looks good. It really does look good. We have different mode selections. I say different, we have 2 mode selections. And the first one, you pull that lever down right there, it's for normal road mode. And if you push it up there, you see those little mountains right there, it's for off-road mode, so it's your diff lock and whatnot. Moving up, we've got your gear lever, park, reverse, neutral, drive, and manual. Coming a little bit more up, we have the navigation system, and you know what? I like it. I think it's really good. The interiors are so well put together. It really makes you realize that Porsche charge a little bit more for their cars, but they can. The quality is absolutely superb. The steering wheel on this car is not my favorite, but I don't dislike it. It is a little bit thin on the rim. I don't like where the buttons are situated. That's personal preference. You've got your Tiptronic manual gear changes right here. They're not too bad, slightly sluggish, but what are you going to do? I love the instrument cluster on this Porsche. Even though it's old, it still looks futuristic and still looks so aggressive. It looks like an aeroplane's cockpit in my opinion. If you haven't noticed, we're driving on a gravel road, and it is an SUV, so it should be able to do this. And this car, because it has those disgusting alloys, you're not too worried about scratching them, because they're not huge also. This car performs really well off-road. Let's give it a bit of beans. Absolutely superb. Driving this car on a gravel road, you can easily reach speeds of up to 140, even 160 kilometers an hour, and it will just eat it up like it's nothing. BMW X5s and Mercedes-Benz MLs have no chance with this thing. Let's talk about the rear space in this car. Stepping into the back seats of this car, I'm about 5'9". Now the driver's seat is positioned for me, so also around 5'9". Now as you can see, I have more than enough headroom. The legroom is a bit restricted. I'm not happy about the legroom. Overall, at the back, it feels a little bit claustrophobic. I wouldn't enjoy to be here for a very, very long time. Another thing I don't enjoy are the backrests of these seats are angled slightly higher. So you're not sitting more comfortably and relaxed, you're sitting a bit more upright and less comfortable. If we pull this guy down right here, we've got an armrest. Open him up. There's some storage space for whatever you want to put. Here's your cup holders right. And if you pull this guy open, there's your cup holders right there. So overall for the back, it's okay. A BMW X5 or an ML would be a lot more comfortable for longer periods of time. Now this car overall is slightly smaller than the BMW X5 and the Mercedes-Benz ML. And the trunk space does show it. It has a good trunk, but it is a decent size smaller than the rival. But I've got to say, this car performs so well on road and off-road also. Oof. Yeah, it is a super performer. Now what would I give this car out of 10? If it was based on looks, you can think for yourself what number I'd give it. And if it was based only on the drive, I'd probably give it a solid 9. But overall, space-wise, exterior, interior performance, I have to give this car a good 7 out of 10. Based on the looks, I think that's a generous score. If you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Maybe subscribe if you want to. And don't forget to stay tuned for more.